Hey folks, it's Mishiike Leslie. My name's Leslie. Fàilte chridheil, uile mo fine, bonjour and dinaway maganaduck. A warm welcome to all my relations. I am an AniMystic mystical hag, crone, witch, chridheil. I'm reconnecting to Celtic Anam and ancestors after mystical events that have happened in my life and rooting on Mishiike Minisi. So Hana Chridheil a Friabahug Mishiike Minisi. The chridheil are rooting on Turtle Island, and that is ancestral connected, reconnected Celts are rooting on Turtle Island. This is a paradigm shift time for us. We are moving from what was previously a material-based understanding of reality to one that's consciousness-based. And it is changing everything. I offer tools and teachings and practice and exercises and support, friendship, Anam soul friend presence to those who are also on this journey, also on this path. I have had a couple mystical events in my life. I talk about them around here. There'll be links somewhere. You can see the links. The first one was in my early 20s and it changed my life. For every mystical event, for the two mystical events that I've had, there are demarcations. There is literally a before that happened and an after, and reality was different. Reality becomes different after mystical events, and mystical events are not rare, uncommon things. They can happen all the time in our daily event when we're open in presence to presence here in the physical world. Agus Anam, Fite, Bràth. Land and spirit are woven and sewn together forever. When I had my first mystical event, there was nothing available. It was the 90s.
It was the 90s.
I didn't have internet until for another decade. There was like mystical bookstores, metaphysical bookstores where you could find, dubious information. And not dubious, there was a lot of information, good information, valuable, but there was no way to vet it. There was no way to know that what you were learning was based in anyone's experience or where they were coming from. And a lot of it, to be honest, is based in appropriation of other spiritual cultures and practices. And a big part of this transition is for those Western European immigrants on Turtle Island to reconnect to our own indigenous spiritual and cultural practice. I floundered for 30 years learning and growing and researching and healing a lot of my own shit, my own bullshit and false beliefs and limiting ideas about who I am and what the world is. And I've come to here now, which is Radical ReEnchantment. Radical means root. It's literally re-enchanting the root. And the root of enchantment is to sing. And what we're doing is becoming embodied to live in harmony with land and spirit together. Because there isn't one or the other. They both exist in wholeness, and they're both in communication with one another. They're really not separate at all. Spirit is land, and land is spirit. Re-enchanting is coming into connection and wholeness with that. Coming into harmony, your personal, specific, embodied, soul, sovereign harmony to sing your song with the music of the universe. This is what you're meant to do. This is what we're all meant to do. We're all meant to come here and connect to who we are as spirit embodied in land, and then be and express that into the world. Who the fuck teaches that? Indigenous people do. Now I am able to be for others what I needed when I was 20 and had a mystical event that changed my life. Because now I'm an old hag. I'm a chridheil. I do this work through 3 ways: coaching, teaching, and Tor services. Tor is prophecy, mediumship, communication with the unseen, communication with the world, with plants and animals, and the wind, communication with the dead, mediumship. That's Tor, which is part of our Celtic indigenous land-based spiritual practice. Consciousness-based reality, land and spirit woven and sewn together forever. Anam and ancestors. Anam is solar spirit in Irish and Gaelic, and ancestors, reconnecting to our ancestors and our ancestral languages is primary. It's healing roots to embodiment. It's healing our connection to our ancient lineage and all the knowledge and wisdom held by our ancestors for time immemorial on their indigenous lands. And the third is braiding roots, because the immigrants to Turtle Island are no longer on our indigenous lands, and we are braiding our roots here. We're healing our own roots to our own language and our own land-based spiritual culture and practice, and we're braiding it here in honor and love of this land and the people of this land. So it is learning from our ancestors and our own land-based spiritual practice and weaving it in harmony, in enchantment with indigenous traditional knowledge on this land, our adopted homelands. So that's me. That's what's most important to me, and that's what I talk about and offer here. If you like this, learn more in the Cailleach Ken Library. I'm happy you're here. Okay, love you. Bye.